52 Weeks of Beauty. Today's video is going to be a little bit more on how to start your own hair extension company. I did a previous video just kind of laying out 11 steps and just kind of an overview of how to do it and just a quick full insight, I guess. And I'll link that video down below. If you haven't seen that one, I would suggest watching that one first. I just kind of highlighted all of the 11 steps that went into it, and I said I would do a follow-up video going a little bit more into detail, and that's what I'm going to do here. So I think I'm just going to kind of keep talking until I feel like it's been long enough, and then whatever step I'm stopped on, I'll stop the video and I'll do another part 2, 3, whatever it's going to take. So for now, let's just get started. Step 1 that I mentioned was to come up with a brand name for your product. Again, mine was Miss Flirty. There's a lot that goes into coming up with your brand name. When I was trying to think of mine, I had a notepad with me at all times. And you don't want this to be something you just decide one moment and you're like, boom, I'm just going to go with this name and who cares and I'll change it later. And you know, don't do that. Take a little bit of time and take a notepad with you, or use your iPhone notepad or whatever notepad you have on your smartphone, and just go ahead and just literally throughout the few days or a few weeks or a few months or whatever you have to brainstorm to really come up with a great business name, I would suggest doing that. And not only that, but go back and visit it frequently. Scratch out, add more to it, highlight the ones that really stand out. The more often you look at it, the more often you're going to be able to see like, oh, that no, or yes, that's totally the type of name I want for my company. That really represents who I am, the brand that I'm trying to create, things like that. And after you have narrowed it down to, I don't know, 10, 20, 5, 2, whatever you feel comfortable with, take a little poll with your family and friends and have them. Don't put any influential like statements out there. Just ask them, what is something catchy? Does this look like something that you would want to click on if you saw this name of a hair extension company? Something that you would want to be purchasing on a regular basis? Does it have that kind of appeal to it, that pizzazz? Does it catch your eye? Ask them for their suggestions too. If it's nothing on your list, you know, ask them to throw in what they think. And it really helps, and I think that that's like a really good way to do it, just not to be too rushed into like coming up with a brand name. Also, when you're coming up with it, try to do something along the lines of, you know, think about everybody out there and think about how they're going to hear the name of your company. Whether you're going to sell globally or whether you're going to sell, you know, just within the United States or anything like that. Everyone has different dialects and they have different accents and things like that. You don't want it to be a very, very hard name that people are like, huh? What? How do you spell that? What is that again? You know, you definitely don't want that. So just try to keep it nice and simple. And I would also suggest, once you have figured out what your brand name is, go to GoDaddy.com, and that's a good website to find a website URL that you are going to have for your own. And you don't have to have a website to start out. You could definitely just sell on eBay, Amazon, Etsy, you know, endless places like that. You could sell just on Instagram. I mean, there's so many different ways. You could sell just on Facebook. I mean, there's so much going on nowadays with social media and different ways to do, you know, to have just an at-home business that way. So, but just say if you did want a website, which is definitely preferred, I would say try to really go for that. Just try to make sure that the URL is available. So let's say your hair extension company you want to come up with is, and I'm just totally, this is random, is Sky Hair Extensions. Okay, like the sky. Make sure first of all that that is available. Figure out how you want to spell it. Do you want to spell it different, like S-K-Y-E or S-K-Y-Y or Z-K-Y? I don't know. Whatever you want to do that would make it just a little bit more unique, or if you just like S-K-Y, you can do that too. But try to figure out how you want your URL to sound. Like, is Sky Hair Extensions a good URL to have? I would say no. I'd say it's a little too long. You don't want your URL to be so long that people are like, how do I spell extensions again? You want to make sure it's nice and simple. If you can make it just skyhair.com, something just more simple. Mine's just missflirtyhair.com, and I cut off that word extensions. But you can always use little like descriptions in your ad, even on the internet, where you say extensions right away. So I don't necessarily think you need that word in your URL bar, but again, that's up to you. Play with it. Get on GoDaddy, type in your brand name, see what sounds best, see what sounds really easy and that people could easily type in. Okay, so step 2. So say you have your brand name and you found your URL and you bought it. Go to GoDaddy, like I said, it's like $7 to $11 or something. I would suggest doing a .com. It's 2013. Maybe in the future .coms will be out, but right now it's very common, it's very easy, and you know, .net and all that are wonderful too, but .com I think is just more recognizable, and if you can grab a URL with a .com, I would suggest that. And okay, so now you have everything. I'm going to go ahead and say for trademark, when you go to the trademark search site for your state or your country, however you do it, here's a little bit of trickiness with the trademarking is, okay, let's say again that your brand name is Sky Hair Extensions. Actually, let's say it's Sky Extensions, okay? When you're going into the trademark search site, you can actually search for your category. So say your category is hair, extensions, or beauty products. I don't exactly remember which one it falls into. But, and let's say I put in there Sky Extensions, and there's nothing. And they're like, it's available. And you're like, okay, cool. But then you start doing your homework and you're typing in Google Sky Extensions, and all of a sudden there's a guy named Sky Brown who invented a extension piece that fits, you know, pipes in cars or something, I don't know, something mechanical. And he has an entire huge presence on the internet for Sky Extensions, and it's all parts for a car. So would you, even though you get your trademark in the beauty category or the hair category for Sky Extensions, and he has a trademark in the mechanical section, you know, for Sky Extensions, do you really want to confuse your customers? So every time that they're clicking onto Facebook or Twitter or an Instagram or anywhere on the internet, they're getting this mechanical website. Try not to have that happen. I would say go on Google and play around, and go on Bing and go on Yahoo and go on all the search sites and really type in your brand name ahead of time. And go to YouTube even. I mean, there's a lot of companies that do just YouTube advertising. So go there and type in your new brand name and see if there's a lot of competition under that same name, whether it's in your category or not. And I would say do something unique. You're going to stand out so much more if you do something unique. And yeah, that would be my trademark tip, hint, you know, all of that. Okay, the next thing, and I think this is probably all we're going to be able to do today, are these top 3, and then I'll move on to the next 4, 3 in the next video. But this one is tagline. And again, like I said before in the last video, my tagline is, let your hair drive them crazy, not you. Here's what I want to say about taglines. You don't need to have one, but it just really helps your readers, your customers, get a glimpse of your company, your brand, before they click the link, before they see your pictures on Instagram, before they watch a YouTube video. So it just really helps kind of set the tone for what you are trying to get across to your customers. For example, my brand is Miss Flirty. My tagline, let your hair drive them crazy, not you. Let your hair drive them crazy, flirty. I feel like it kind of goes with what I wanted my brand to be about. I wanted my brand to include super long extensions, really flowing hair, beachy, surfer girl, flirty, girls that have more confidence because their hair is long and it's playful and they feel like they can blow kisses and they can be flirty and all of that. So that's just why I created the tagline, or why I chose that tagline to be associated with my brand. And if you are going to have a tagline, make sure it just kind of matches your image, matches your brand and what you're trying to stand for. So, okay, I think that's it. You guys have left a lot of questions underneath the last video, and I am definitely going to do a video just mentioning those questions. So I'll go through these steps, like I said, in part 2, part 3, and then I'll probably just do a video with frequently asked questions. So keep asking. Let me know what, you know, what comes to your mind when you're watching my videos, and if there's anything I can just like add to that frequently asked question video, which will be like in 2 or 3 more, so I can go ahead and answer those for you. And again, you can always send me a message. My email's in the description box. And I hope you guys are having a great week, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye.